PigPass is a national tracking scheme which provides real-time information on the movements of all pigs in Australia. This enables authorities to quickly determine the source of a disease outbreak and notify people with pigs in the affected area to stop the spread of such a disease. A PigPass National Vendor Declaration form must be completed when there is any movement of pigs from a property. This applies to all pig owners and producers, regardless of the number of pigs moved. From February the 1st, 2018, state and territory governments introduced mandatory reporting of all pig movements to the PigPass database. Failure to comply, potentially seeing a penalty notice. When transporting pigs off the property, owners must complete a PigPass MBD, ensuring all info has been completed in full, including the destination PIC, and the receiver must close the loop by reporting the movement online using the originating sender's serial number from the PigPass MBD. All members of this upper house have received correspondence from a former minister from the RAN era, Rory McEwen. Indeed, he was a RAN Cabinet Minister for Local Government, Forests, Industry, Trade, Regional Development, Small Business, Agriculture and Food and Fisheries. I imagine he is well known to the Minister. He has reported to us all that on 12th of February 2024, 288 pigs, the usual weekly consignment, were loaded at the Wonderfield Piggery consigned by Coles to Big River Pork in Murray Bridge on account of sun pork. He claims there were 11 dead pigs on the load from Wonderfield and that they can be seen on CCTV footage. There was a discussion between the yardman and the driver, and there was a note on Transport Driver's copy noting 7 DOAs, dead on arrivals. The truck then left the site without cause of death having been ascertained, and indeed Mr McEwen goes on to claim that the next morning Dale Pemberton of Coles was directed by BRP and Sunpork to have the producer alter the number on the MVD, known as the PigPass, from 288 to 277 and fax a copy back to Big River Pork. I understand a copy of this statutory declaration was also sent to the Chief Veterinary Officer in March 2024. My questions to the Minister are, when was the Minister first informed of allegations that a national vendor declaration was altered to cover up 11 dead pigs, and what action has she or her department taken in response to these assertions? What reason does the department give for alteration of the paperwork from 288 to 277? And was all of this compliant with reporting requirements, and have any penalties been made?
Minister for Primary Industries and Regional Development.
Thank you, Mr President, and I thank the honourable member for her question. In terms of when I was made aware, I'm going from memory, but I think it was around April or May. But in May 2024, PIRS was made aware of an incident involving a consignment of pigs from Victoria to South Australia in February 2024. So it must have obviously been May, from my memory, not April, which raised concerns about animal welfare and traceability. PIRS are investigated in line with their regulatory responsibilities for enforcing the Livestock Act 1997 and Livestock Regulations 2013, which contain a number of provisions relating to traceability of livestock, including pigs. No breaches of South Australian legislation were found. PIRSA has taken all necessary steps to ensure South Australian interstate and Commonwealth regulators and industry bodies were provided with necessary information and evidence relating to the incident for actioning as appropriate. The outcomes of investigations are not, however, communicated to third parties. PIRSA has also undertaken a number of actions to ensure systems improvement and education of relevant members of the supply chain. PIRSA is continuing to work with Australian Pork Limited, APL, through the Jurisdictional Traceability Group and the Chair of Safe Meat Advisory Group to improve the PigPass database and the information uploaded to it. The incident involved alleged breaches relating to traceability and animal welfare. A summary of the key findings of the incident are as follows, according to my advice. Weather conditions on the day were very hot. 11 pigs were found dead on arrival. On the 15th of February 2024, BRP uploaded information to the PigPass database indicating the consignment included 288 pigs processed on the 15th of February 2024. The Pig Pass is the document recognised as the National Vendor Declaration movement documentation in relation to pigs. My advice is that the Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry on Plant Veterinarian, or the OPV, drafted an animal welfare incident report providing information to BRP management. Once made aware in May 2024, PIRSA investigated and notified other relevant regulatory authorities. And I re-emphasise that no breaches of the Livestock Act 1997 or the Livestock Regulations 2013 were found. A number of issues were identified. The failure of BRP to complete Part E of the Pig Pass document to indicate they had received pigs, how many they had received, or the conditions of the pigs on arrival. However, this is not a mandatory requirement under the Livestock Regulations of 2013. In regards to the alleged discrepancy in reported pig numbers, it's important to understand that the primary evidence in this matter is the original Pig Pass copy, which has all of the original data and the evidence. PIRSA has no evidence that this document was changed and the number of pigs uploaded to the National Livestock Identification System, the NLIS, was 288.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question arising from the answer, the Honourable Ms Franks.
The Minister stated that no breaches of the Livestock Act were found. Were there any breaches of the Animal Welfare found?
I will have to take that on notice and check, or I can see whether I have that available in any of the information in front of me. If I can get that back within the next little while, I'm happy to provide that to the Chamber.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Ms Franks.
The Minister noted that day that the weather was very hot. How hot was the weather, and were any animal deaths related to that heat?
Minister.
Thank you. I don't know off the top of my head what the temperature was on that day, and certainly, as I mentioned, the DAF on Plant Veterinarian drafted an animal welfare incident report providing the relevant information to BRP management.
Ms Franks.
Was any CCTV footage reviewed as part of the investigation, and what did that show?
Well, I think the link is investigation. I've never heard anything about CCTV, but you can answer if you choose, Minister.
So I think the original question, as I interpret it, related more to the issues around the Pig Pass and the documentation. I'm happy to take on notice other questions, including the one mentioned by the member.
Okay.
Final supplementary.
I'll listen to it, the Honourable Ms Franks.
Has the Minister realised whether or not the RSPCA and her department PIRSA have an MOU yet, or will it take another few years before we finally get an answer?